Hello everybody and welcome back to Bucks County. Today we are possibly going to be doing a bit more cultivating, but I do have another big job to do first. When I say it's a big job, actually it's going to be made a fairly small job thanks to the help of a very big self-propelled sprayer, and that is the spraying of the weeds just over here. Yeah, we need to get a load of herbicide put onto this big field which we drilled about 3 episodes back, first episode, so yeah, because it is going to be such a decent machine, it shouldn't take too long. Now, my initial plan for this video was to use the corn dryer. I wanted to buy a cornfield and then get the corn dried. I updated Global company mod and everything and installed it, everything fresh, and I just keep getting a message saying I have too many objects of this type, and then the game crashes. So I am still looking into that. I'm not too sure of the exact reason behind it. Anyway, let's just take a look at the sprayer. Obviously, it's pretty expensive. In fact, it's more than what we have. We will probably be leasing it. We will be leasing it. But yeah, the different options that we can get here, always very impressive. I think we'll stay with that setup there. Spray Star, Spread Star. I think, yep, it's going to be spray. Fenders. Yeah, we'll have fenders. Numbers, yeah, not really required, but good if you're having a fleet. And beacon lights, yes, definitely. We want to have beacon lights. So, yeah, there we go. That's £11,029. So on the back of here, obviously we need to have the spraying attachment, the spray boom, 120 feet. Right, okay, 36.6 meters. That's big. Direct injection, 170 gallons. Don't really know what any of this means. I'm just sort of thinking, oh yeah, it adds something, it must be good. Yeah, we'll go for it. And load command system, whatever that is. Yeah, why not? We'll have it. So, yeah, sorry about my ignorance there. I really don't know much about sprayers. We then need herbicide, and it's gonna take quite a bit, but the thing is, do we need to have a full tank load? Probably not. I might have already bought enough for a full tank load. We will find out. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Really been looking forward to using this mod, just been trying to find the opportunity. It is by custom modding, it's available on Mod Hub. It's been out for a little while. But yeah, hopefully I can do the corn drying at some point. I don't know if it's a known issue with the mod. Thing is, I'm recording this several days before Christmas, and I think if my schedule was correct, you're watching this several days after Christmas, so I don't know if anything would have changed since, if it is an issue with the mod. It could just be me. Maybe I've just done something wrong. But I do have the latest version of everything that's recommended for it. Okay, so that is more. I have bought far too much herbicide. Not to worry, we will be returning. In fact, can we... No, there's no attachment, is there? I did leave the truck over at the bell sale point, and it is a flatbed. So what I could do is transport it back. I've still got a hook on the front from when it got stuck. Okay, let me just see if I can remove that. It doesn't want to go. No! Come on, hook. You have to press Z. Okay, that's going to have to be looked at later. Not to worry. Sorry, Carl, it's just causing chaos here. Yes, I'll try and remove it. Okay, there we go. I've got the IBCs on board. The sprayer is following. Let's head over to the field. I did manage to get rid of the hook, but the only way I could do it was actually to reset the vehicle, which was fine because it was going to where I wanted it to go to anyway. I probably should have removed it before I closed the game down before. I've just been careful not to go too close to the poles and just stay sort of in the middle of the road, otherwise it's soon going to get stuck on something. Right, so this is fill number 18, we're looking for fill number 16. Turn right at the end of here. That would have been a great cornfield to buy. Still want to buy a cornfield before it gets harvested. Yeah, so I think I have used a sprayer as big as this before. It's not anything new, but I just don't really get the opportunity to use one as big as this very often, so it's going to be a nice change. Like, obviously if you've been watching my survival challenge, that's a tractor mounted one. Sometimes I get to use a trailed one, very rarely do I use a self-propelled. But this is the field, so we might as well just park here. It is our dirt track after all. And actually, one thing, I wonder if after all this it's actually going to allow me to spray. Whoa, slow down. Yeah, because those weeds aren't that developed, and I know that when I was doing a survival roleplay episode, it wouldn't let me spray the weeds at this early stage, unless it was just because it was winter. As this is fairly vanilla, it might be okay. I don't know if it's a built-in game feature. Okay, there we go. We can also change the width of this thing. Ah, nice. So it does work. So I don't know if that's a seasons feature or a winter thing. Well, again, it's seasons, isn't it? Which prevents you from doing that. Unless for some reason it just didn't work for me. But that is working really well. Maybe a bit too low. Let's just lift up a bit. Yeah, it seems nice in here. And I can do this at 21 miles per hour. Yes, I should probably go in third person view. I am at risk of missing quite a bit. But once this is done, it probably won't need to be sprayed again. Except for fertiliser. That's impressive. Yeah, it's a nice machine. I know of a farm near me that has a John Deere self-propelled sprayer. I've not seen many in the UK, but yeah, that particular farm does have one. I think I should probably have the spray booms fairly level. Do I own that piece of grassland? I don't think I do. But it's not a numbered field, so I wonder who does. I wonder if it's just common ground. Maybe we could mow it. Or maybe I do own it. I do. Nice. I completely overlooked it. Right, well, we'll crack on with this. Get this finished. And then we will see what else we can do. It's used half a tank. Pretty good going. So I could probably unload that into just a couple of IBCs if I wanted to. I probably will do because I'm going to have to put some nitrogen on there. But for now, we will leave the sprayer to one side. Because I'm just intrigued by that piece of grass. I didn't even realise that it came with the farm, but it really does. So we should really do something with it. And I'm just trying to think of a more unusual thing to do, but with this game it usually is silage or hay. Yeah, there's not that many ways of tackling it, although I could use like a forage harvester with a pickup on the front. I've not done that for a long time. Okay, I need to remember how to make this smaller, that will do. And we do need to retrieve the truck. But yeah, very happy with the sprayer, so good. There it is. Yes, what I should have done is brought back 3 liquid fertiliser tanks. Still, we have the field which we're currently in the middle of cultivating. And that is going to have some herbicide as well. It'll get used. Yes, I'm thinking get the chrome big M and just get a nice big swath, and then get a forager, an actual self-propelled forage harvester with a pickup, put the trailer alongside with one of our trucks, and then we can bring it back to the yard here. Now, do we have any way of fermenting it? I find it hard to believe there's no silage pit. There must be one somewhere. If not, then there might be a place for us to place one. Let's put this over here. It can be our chemical shed. Right, yeah, I think it's always good to go up into the air and take a look at the farm from above. Ah, there we go. Yes, I didn't think it would be a farm without one. It just makes sense. And that is in a really convenient place. It's fantastic. Really tall sides as well. Right, so yeah, we're going to get it all into just the one. Is this one bigger? No, I think they're about the same. Yeah, so this entire area, if we go into self-propelled mowers, I don't think I've ever actually bought one. £380,000. It doesn't make much financial sense to buy one at that price. We can usually get the job done fairly quickly, and the good thing is we have some really good tractors to compact the silage pit with. The case, for example, is perfect. As I'm here, maybe we should just bring back everything in one go. We don't really need anything super fancy. So, what we have the roster mash here. That's good. And then we need the header. Forage harvester headers. Does the roster mash have one designed for it? I think we'd probably have to stick on a different brand. New Holland or Krone. You can mow with it, but the working width is much smaller. Okay, I'm thinking, well, they're exactly the same. Which one would look better? Probably the Krone, actually. £1,000. Yep, so let's get that attached. Hopefully it's all going to work. Just drive over the swath and get it all thrown into the trailer, get it all chopped up. Good. Actually, if I was really cunning about this, we could do it all in one. I could have me mowing with the forage harvester directly behind, with a trailer offset from the forager. I have not done that before. Let's try it. Let's try and do everything all in one go. So we go from standing grass to completely chopped up in the trailer. I've got to at least try it. If it doesn't work, fair enough. I just found a really cheeky shortcut into the back of the yard. I shouldn't have done that, but yeah, it was an opportunity too good to miss. So do we own it right up to the borders? We do. It gets better and better. The truck I'm going to use is this one here. It has something like an 80,000 litre capacity, so that's going to be just spot on for this job. I want to have as much capacity as possible with it being bulky, lightweight material. And then we'll have the big tractor compacting it down with its many wheels and weight. It's going to take a little bit of fine tuning to begin with, but yeah, we can offset it in just a second. If I just jump into here, make sure it is swathing it. I always have to watch out for trees. Okay, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Right. So I want it to be obviously on the machine's left. Yeah, a bit too far over, I think. Why must the pit be there? Good. Well, we'll try that to begin with. Keeps it nice and close to the forager. Probably too close, but yes, it can be adjusted. The thing is, the forager seems to always be in front. It's on the tight turns where the truck could get hit by the forager. And of course, yes, it goes quite quickly. Should be okay on the straight. It's just on a turn where it's really going to struggle. Well, it's working. Not perfectly, but it is working. So the next question is, how long is that going to take to fill up? Probably 2 full trail loads from the field. Oh no, we don't own to the edge. It's interesting how we don't own to the edge. And now the truck is going to fall behind again. We could always set a cruise control speed on the forager. That's better. I've set it to 10. Well, it does seem to be working extremely well, except for when I tab back to it and find that the truck has got a bit stuck. And now it's wasting the grass. In theory this works well, but really you do want to have a real person in the truck, because that's now just all being wasted. It does have a slight storage capacity, I suppose, but yeah. Anyway. Not to worry, it's just a bit of grassland which I've done nothing with. Just let it catch up. I should probably actually empty it because it's like 80% full. Then we can go again. But yeah, it works. It kind of works. It half works. The less turning we do, the better, to put it simply. But, yeah, that is such a big trailer. 89%. I think it just wants to be a bit further away from the machine, the forager. It's one of the limitations. So I can sort that out. Get a good load tipped here. Nice that we can drive through. Good. Okay, so yeah, back on to follow me, and we will try and get another full load without wasting too much. But this time, as I said, as I've done my test, I can now fine-tune it a bit. So I'll set it off to the right by 4.5, I suppose. Behind distance should be 0. We'll try again. It's only on the turns that it really struggles. Obviously we have to turn at some point. I've also allowed the truck to be ahead a bit, but it seems to be dithering. Stop dithering. It was working alright before. Yes, if I go straight across, That's working. Yeah, best way of doing it, I think, is just a perfectly rectangular field. But you can't always have that. Well, there we go. Yeah, obviously scrapped the idea immediately. It was just going to be too much hassle and wasting way too much grass. So we can still do it, but only I am going to be driving the forager, which makes it more entertaining anyway. And it also means I can control the lorry at the same time. Good. Also, more grass than I was expecting. When I first saw the piece of land, it looked smaller than when I harvested it. And also the other added benefit of this is I can see how full the trailer is, which is going to be really useful. But the crone on the front here is working really well, despite being an attachment for another forager. Okay, you can go over there. 5 should do it. Yep. It doesn't matter if it's a bit further away because it's got a really good reach. I just don't want to be crashed into. Right, that should be okay. Trailer's going to fill up really quickly. Seems like a fairly good yield, but as I said, because it is just so bulky anyway, it takes up so much space. And I want to keep up. Right, so yeah, we'll see how much we can get out of it, but I think it's looking like it's going to be a fairly decent amount in the pit. The thing is, these pits have such a high capacity that even if you have 250,000 litres, it still doesn't really look like much. Another good load. I think for this final piece, because it's going to be so awkward, the best thing to do is going to be to position the trailer in between the swaths, and hopefully it can just reach with a bit of luck. It has a really good throw distance, so yeah, it should be fine. Soon find out. If the slightest piece can't reach it, it doesn't matter. Looking good. And then we'll tip it, we'll compact it, we'll level it, and get the sheet over. But I think really it's worked quite well. Certainly faster than doing everything individually. That's a good reach. But everything has its limits. Okay. So what have we got? 83%. I always seem to finish around 80 something. That's been 380 somethings. But I would hope to have 120,000 litres maybe in total. Oh, we already have 124. Okay. Much better than expected. Yeah, it's not the ideal place to be driving the truck, but the tractor will soon sort things out. Come on, you can make it. Oh no. Well, we do still have the chain on the tractor, but I'm hoping not to use it. Come on. Right, okay. Yes, there we go. Good. Almost got stuck. Completely. So, yeah, as mentioned before, the best tractor in my opinion for this is going to be this one, but they're probably all quite good. Take the chain off, otherwise I'm going to run over it and it'll probably catapult the tractor into midair. Oh, I forgot about those two tanks there. I wonder if we can actually use them. We must be able to, otherwise they wouldn't be there. Oh well. I can use it for the nitrogen. It's a bit of a luxury actually having those tanks. Obviously, to get it really smooth you'd want to use a leveler. All I want to do though is cover it over. Yeah, it seems to be very mountainous. This one here was a bit of an unplanned mountain because of the trailer getting stuck. So it just tipped it all in one place. But yeah, it's 182,666 litres. Can't complain of that. A tiny piece was missed, but yeah, it really doesn't matter. The piece down the bottom I couldn't get. It allowed me to mow it, but it wouldn't let me pick it up. It happens. I think you probably can mow quite a bit outside of your boundaries. This is rough. This is shaking me out my seat. But it is getting smoother. This should do it. Last pass over the top. Has actually really leveled it down quite nicely. It's really compacted it. Obviously that was the intention, but without using a leveler, it's looking quite smooth. If I was to continue going backwards and forwards over that, it would be totally smooth. But we want to ferment it. And that is where we actually conclude today's video. So yeah, not the corn drying video that I was hoping for. Hopefully the next one will be. But yeah, that was pretty good, and that's going to bring in a decent amount of money in the future. Loving the tractors that we've got on here, love the sprayer, everything's worked really well. So thank you so much for watching, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.